Hey, what's up, y'all? Matt, Dluxfab.com. Today we're building a Nessie. So, this is pretty much how it'll arrive to you. The skid will be installed, but you'll take it apart to build it. So, first things first, you need to start with these rear upper links, because you need the screw head on the inside for clearance. So we'll go ahead and get them started. Yes, I still use these little T-wrenches because they're handy. Hope y'all having a good day. Turned out to be pretty nice weather today. Mid-40s outside. Might actually be warm enough for me to paint the body for this truck. We'll find out here in a little bit. Y'all been watching the channel. You've seen us build the axles for this truck. You've seen us build the shocks for this truck. You've seen it come together. Next step, servo winch. NSDRC RS400 winch. We've had good luck with these. With the spline drive part of the winch towards the front of the truck. Drop her home. Three of these screws are short ones. Just drop that one. That one wanted to fight me. One thing to note when you guys are building stuff that's got screws and printed material. When you put a part together several times, you run your drivers too fast, it'll actually cause issues and melt the plastic a little bit. Make the screws harder to start when you go to put it back together later. Now this long screw goes in this back, that's upside down, so it'll be the back middle, towards the middle of the truck. You'll see why here in just a second. Always a good idea to start all your screws before you tighten any of them down. That way you got a little playroom to get everything lined up. Don't go too fast, you'll cause yourself issues. Scoot and snug's plenty. Flip her over. Got our winch spool. Drop that on. Another nice thing about the NSDRC servos, 3mm on the output stuff on the splines. It might seem normal to some guys, newer guys, but back in the day, you'd buy a servo to come with one screw that fit that. It was some weird thread pitch you'd never seen or heard of before. You had one shot. You lost it, you were out of luck. And we got this little piece. Looks like that little burr. Servo anti-snarl device. Servo winch anti-snarl device. Bam. Keeps your winch cable from getting all snarled up when you're spooling in and out during a comp. It's adjustable, different servos, fitment, whatever. There you go. I'm going to run mine pointed to the side because I'm going to run that string right up the side when I get to it. You can run it either side you want. If you want to run it this way and point it more forward, it's up to you. It's just the way I'm going to set this truck up. Alright, now, servo winch is on. Rear links are in. Let's flip her over. I've already put the links, it's like an octopus, on this lower skid. If you notice here, I have titanium link sliders and Delrin. I like to put titanium ones on the leading edge because they're going to get the most abuse. And Delrin ones on the trailing edge because the rocks should come this way. It's just the way I like to do it. Your mileage may vary. You know, pick how you want to run it. It's your truck. Get them wires out the way. Let's do that later. Get this in its home. Come on. There we are. Now bolt the skid in. Skid, motor, transmission. We'll touch more on that here in just a second. Once again, I'll start all the screws loose. Won't crank any of them down until they're all in. There you go, they're all in. Get them all snug. Now y'all should be able to see why you need to start these first, because there's no room to get to this if you do it that way. There you go. So now we're going to install, we'll start with the front axle. Why? Because it sounds good to me. Now, I've already installed these front upper links. Can y'all see that? No, you can't. Get in frame. Now, the front axle is DX44. Got an RS700 low pro servo on that as well. Now, these offset rod ends, you need these there for shot clearance. That's why they're there. I've already installed these. These also have our newer, this is new to us. It's been around the RC world a while. It's your hollow ball with a screw head on it. It fits your standard 2.5 mil driver. Bam. Get to that here in just a second. Not new in the RC world, but not often used in the crawler world. If you need more clearance for some build you're doing or whatever, those can be a lifesaver. So we're gonna snake these in like so. Get off my. We're gonna do the uppers back here first. Where's my needle nose? Here we go. Grab a nut. Slide it down yonder. Did he get away from me? No, there it goes. I'm using the middle hole to start on the front. Got to drive this truck some, get it tuned in, but that's where I'm going to start. Get your front uppers hooked on. Tuck those back out the way. Let's do our front lowers next. Tuck that in. Pretty standard operating procedure on a lot of these builds, guys. You've built trucks before, you know how this goes. But the more information we can get out there, the better it is. Hope you all are finding this, speaking of information, I hope you all are finding these videos informative. Not making too much fun of me on the my obvious learning curve on editing and filming stuff. It's not something I'm used to, but we're getting better at it. Tight enough for the time being. I'm gonna go over all these bolts again. All suspension bolts on this truck, I'm gonna go ahead and blue Loctite on the final, assembly. Just because I don't like stuff coming loose. Ah, get back. Trying to get these started without getting my blocking all the light. Let's get these both started and we'll use the driver to run them down. Now, this truck we're running DX44s, DX44 front, and the rear is an SS Dlux. We'll get to that here in a moment. DX44 and the SS Dlux rear aren't that weird. Sorry, they're not that different of widths. So you can just use your hubs and get the same width front and back. Make that work real nice. There we go. Let go. There's your front axle in. Now, just for clarification, guys, turn this thing over. See the low pro servo and the battery mount? That's why you need the low pro servo. You use that battery mount there, and that's a stubby motor, the Stumpy, 2200 kV Stumpy. So it's pretty tight fit in there to keep everything this far forward. Now you can use a team spec motor, another short motor, or you can move your battery someplace else and use a bigger servo or a larger motor, depending on your what you wanted to run. But that's why it is set up the way it is. So, all right. Oh, another thing to cover here while we're on this side of the truck. This is a left motor transmission for a right motor drop. See? Got a straight shot for your drive shaft there. That's what you want. This truck's running an overdrive front, underdrive rear. With the underdrive built into this, you're like 38%, if I remember right, on your overdrive. So it's pretty good. So now rear axle. SS Dlux. Now the SS Dluxes that are spec'd for these Nessie rigs and the Lunatics, I believe, are getting the Pro 44 SSD housing. Has more clearance on the bottom, smoother than the diamond housings. So, you know, performance is what we're here for. So it's got our link riser. There you go. So let's flip this. It'll make it simpler. Get these out of the way. Will they stay? No. All right, that's all right. Let's do our upper link first, because that's what we're going to do. It's a little upper. I'm starting with the tall upper hole in this link in this link riser. These are just places I'm starting for tuning, guys. Obviously, you're going to tune the truck to your liking and make it the way you like it. So all these positions I'm using are just starting points. Drive the truck a lot. Dial it into what you like. You can spend all the money in the world, but if you don't drive it a lot, guys are going to just whomp on you. You're not going to do that well. Just the way of it. Now we're going to go ahead and mount shocks, since we're upside down and inverted. Tight enough. Shock, lower link. Most of y'all already know. But if you haven't seen these, if you haven't used these MIP tools, they're much better than all the other stuff. Buy once, cry once. They'll last longer too. You won't be sad you bought them. We carry them on the website as well. Another thing y'all see the mismatched colors on these shocks. If y'all want to do that, just reach out to us. If you want to buy an 80mm with purple and teal. Teal, we're almost out of teal stuff. We got that. I think we have much more of any teal left. Maybe some calves. But if you want to mismatch or make some custom color combo for your rig, holler at us. We can do that. No problem. We can just set our right up. Snag these down. I like to start all the screws with the driver. And then use the drill or whatever to save me some work on the repetitive motion injury on your build too many of these, you get carpal tunnel. It's pretty basic, guys. There's your Nessie slider. C2. I'll be doing dry shafts after a bit. Gotta go thinking about a cut-off wheels to cut them with, so I gotta go get some of those. But we'll do another video on the cut the length dry shafts just to keep that separate, so people, if they need to know, hey, how do I do this? We're here for you. So yeah, Nessie. You see it. This is how it goes together. This is more or less how we spec out our kit builds too. So if you're looking at buying a C2 Nessie kit, you want to go out and flex on all your buddies, here they are. It's already got a bumper with a winch fairlead in it. It's got a rear bumper on it already, winch fairlead in it. These are our new lightweight comp body mounts. See them right there. Flip it over. See how light and skinny those things are? Those things are legit. Pretty sweet. Remember another thing. When you buy these trucks, we build these trucks. We have kits, we have recipes. We design these recipes together for a reason. Can you use other stuff to make it work that you already have? Absolutely. But your single best bet, your buy once, cry once, is going to be to buy the whole recipe as we sell it. This chassis has been in development for 3 years. I don't know, it's probably 6 or 8 iterations before we ever got to this. So it's not like we just drew it up yesterday and threw it out on the internet. This thing's been a 3-year process. So from the battery placement to the servos, all this stuff working together, to us working with Holmes Hobbies to get these stumpy 380 size motors. It's been a long time. So you'd be better off to buy the whole recipe. But if you can't, I get that too. So anyways, there's a Nessie, guys. Questions, concerns, put them in a little doobly-doo down below. Comments, whatever. Thanks. See ya.